Hey, what's going on? So, haven't made a video in a month. Really bad at making content, but I want to get you up to speed. After the first two videos I made, I kind of got burnt out, so I switched over to messing with my GoHighLevel, and I got into the AI chatbots because one thing that I was neglecting in my business was SMS marketing. So I dabbled in GoHighLevel a little bit, and I built out an AI chatbot and I trained it, but I also built out an SMS campaign, and that took me probably about 10 to 15 days to put together from start to finish. And it actually works pretty good. The SMS in GoHighLevel I can definitely recommend. It does what it's supposed to do, and there's a lot of integrations and triggers that you can create through like webhooks to like notify you when things are happening. For example, I have an SMS trigger set up, so when someone texts me in GoHighLevel, it creates a task in my follow-up boss. It also calls my phone when someone texts me back in GoHighLevel, because I really ultimately want to get involved. I don't want the AI taking over, because essentially after 5 minutes, the AI actually takes over and has a conversation, which isn't a bad idea, but it's just I'd rather be the one in the conversation. But I'm going to show you guys my SMS campaign maybe another day. But yeah, definitely dabbled in my GoHighLevel SMS and AI bots at GoHighLevel the past month. Switched back over to N8N, and I made some progress with my Google bot, but I hit a lot of roadblocks. It's actually seemed to be very technically challenging doing that, and there really isn't a lot of resources out there with Google Chat, and I kept running into roadblocks. But I got my chat bot to do some basic things, like I can enter an address in the chat bot, and it'll give me back information on the property. But keep in mind, like ChatGPT does that already, and Google Gemini does that already. But I was able to put it and train the bot on how to do it through like a web scraper. I also trained this bot to be able to read graphics, because one thing I want to do is be able to like take a picture of a business card and have it read the graphic and add it to my CRM. I was also able to get the chatbot to take voice input, but I could not get it to talk back to me via voice. It could only reply to me in text message. I was also able to get the chatbot to set calendar events on my calendar and remove events and change events and redirect my schedule through voice commands. But again, like that kind of works half the time. I can't figure out why it halfway works and halfway doesn't work. But after I did all that, I realized that I was maybe just getting ahead of myself and focusing on the wrong things, because really the chat interface is kind of like the front end, and there can be a million front ends, and I'm not really actually sold anymore. I'm using Google Chat as my front end. So I was researching a few front ends, that I could use, but I kind of got away from the front end stuff and focused more on the automation stuff and the back end stuff. And I actually got a really cool workflow working. It generates real estate videos based off Zillow URL inputs. So all you do is input a Zillow URL, and it'll create a video based off the Zillow URL. So the property has to be on Zillow, and this is probably the first working thing that I got that I could actually use in my business, which I'm pretty proud of. I have 4 variations of it. Basically, 4 variations of videos. 2 of the variations are vertical, 2 of the variations are horizontal video, and then each version of horizontal and vertical, I have a black version and a red version. So the idea is to create a bunch of these for my team and maybe other real estate agents, and then we figure out how to tie it into a front end eventually that's like really intuitive. But I want to show you that. I also was able to build a simple automation that converts a news article to a newsletter article. So by just adding essentially a line item in a Google Sheet with a URL of a news article, all I do is add it, and then it'll automatically like read the article and convert it to a newsletter. But end of the day, like this video generation I created is actually pretty powerful, and this is what I want to show you guys. I want to show you a bit of everything though, but so far I feel that there has been some progress. It's been taking me way longer than I thought. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of long nights doing this. So again, it's not definitely that simple. And one thing I also realized is that most of the stuff that people are trying to push you on YouTube to real estate agents is trash. These people are not actually in the business of real estate sales. They like think we do certain things, but we're actually not doing that stuff, or the things that they think is valuable to us is invaluable to us. But me, I'm an OCD realtor, and this video tool is definitely valuable to me, and I think it's going to be pretty valuable to other people out there too. Again, I'm very critical because I'm actually really good at making videos. I've made real estate property tour videos a lot, and this video it's essentially a slideshow video of photos that it blends it together into one 30-second clip, and it creates scripts, like scripts, caption overviews, and it creates voiceovers in my voice through 11 Labs. So I have it all linked up. But yeah, let me get into this for you guys. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys is the chat bot in Google that I made. Now this is the actual NAN flow. So pretty much this is what it looks like on the front end. So I can actually talk to this thing, hi, and it should talk back to me. And it can take voice commands, so let me record this. Let's see here. Hey, how are you doing today? I see that you can read my voice messages. That was a really awkward message. So it should come back. There it is. And this is actually the first time I'm seeing this. I've processed your message. Hey, how you doing today? I see that you can read my voice message. If you need anything else, feel free to sign. So I don't know what that just did. But if I go on my phone, let me try it again here. I actually never tested it really on desktop now that I think about it, but what day of the week is it? I guess the input I just used is a little different on the desktop than it is the mobile. And again, this is the process that I've been learning about. So yeah, it was able to, what day of the week is it? It was able to transcribe my audio. And it was able to tell me that today is Tuesday, even though today is Thursday, and that's the thing. Like this is not as simple as people make it out to be. I feel like. Let me do another one. Can you add a calendar event to my whoops. Try again. Add a calendar event to my Google Calendar for tomorrow at 5 p.m. called Dogs and Cats. And yeah, so this video, I'm actually dumbfounded that I didn't realize that the desktop version of Google Chat is a completely different voice input as the mobile app. So, and this is where things get funky. This is, I can't really figure this out, and I might actually transition off of this Google Chat, but I really don't want to, but I'm gonna mess with it for sure. But it says it added a counter event, but it actually didn't, and this is the problem I've been running into. Like it's intermittent. I don't know what it's doing, why it's doing that, but whatever. But it also, so I can also take pictures of like business cards, and it can transcribe. The only issue is that I'm using a free open API, and the API that's free only allows like super small file sizes. So if I take a picture of anything, the file size is already too big for what the cameras default at. Because again, the concept's that I can actually take a picture of a business card and it just adds it to my CRM. But I mean, I feel like I could probably get that working if I just paid for the API and the upgraded version. But it's like $15-20 a month just for an OCR API, and it's the least of my concern right now. Well, here, I'm on the wrong API. So this is, again, so like this can actually, this will show you all the executions I just made. And again, I'm here to help out realtors that are interested in doing this, but you can see that this was the question about adding the calendar event. So it took the message, it determined that it was a text. I have a filter here. I have two filters on here actually. Then I have it switched to the text or the audio. It was an audio recording, so it went down the audio line. It transcribed the audio, and then it went to the AI agent. The AI agent then went to the Google Calendar. The Google Calendar AI didn't actually add the event to my calendar, even though it went to the Google Calendar AI, and then it came back with a reply. And this shows you all the different paths the files take, the inputs take, pretty much. But of course my phone's ringing because I'm a realtor. But anyways, this is a work in progress. I'm making progress with it, but I kind of put it on the back burner because I wanted to focus more on back end stuff versus front end stuff, and I haven't really determined what front end I want to use. There's some like AI front end generation out there too, I guess like Lovable, but I really haven't gotten too much into that app. But I'm also trying to maybe build a front end on my website where I can just give people on my team and myself just a simple web URL that's encrypted that you can log into and just get access to all these tools. So we'll save the best for last. So this is the actual workflow for the news article to newsletter. Okay, so basically this is the blog URL that I took, and then this was the results. Okay, so when I add a URL here and then I run this automation, it takes the information out of the article, feeds it into an AI that then converts it to a newsletter, and I have like newsletter parameters predetermined in the AI, and then it updates the Google Sheet. So this is a really easy way of like just generating newsletters. Now, what I want to do is have like a daily scraper, weekly scraper that goes out, automatically fills this cell here. Then once it fills the cell, the system automatically detects the new data in the cell, then creates the article. And then on the back, after the article is created, I want the article to be placed into like my email program. So this is kind of like a partial system, but it's like a first step to just automating the newsletter portion of it in an organized manner that can be applied to other means. Okay, so now let me close that out. This is the workflow for the video generator. So I actually just generated one and I got an error. Okay, well maybe this is old. Let's see here. Oh man, I was really hoping this was going to work, but this is part of it, man. I don't know where I failed at. Could not determine file extension from URL. I'm just going to run it. Let's just see here. I think it's just a... I want to re-execute this, but what this does is I already have a URL in here. So here's the house URL, okay, Wayne Avenue, and it essentially goes through this, it scrapes the Zillow page, it pulls all the images, it finds what it thinks is the best images, right? So it takes those top 6 images, and then it animates the images, and then it creates text tiles. So like if it's a bathroom, it'll say like bathroom. I'll show you examples. And then if it's a kitchen, it'll say like kitchen, you know, a little description and text tile. Then it has a voiceover, and I'm using 11 Labs, and I'm having the AI create a script for the voiceover, and then it converts it to 11 Labs, so 11 Labs generates the voiceover, and then it basically merges everything together in a video in sequence. And then on top of that, I have graphic overlays. So the end result looks like this on some of these final videos. So this is all AI generated through a script.
Hi everyone, Phil here, and I'm happy to present this charming ranch home. The living room features a picture window and cozy electric fireplace.
So it adds the music.
Enjoy the convenient eat-in kitchen.
It adds
comfort and functionality.
My voiceover. It animates the images.
3 spacious bedrooms, all located on one
and adds the
floor.
captions. So I'm actually pretty proud of this.
There are 2
This is
bathrooms,
cool.
including a finished basement and half bath.
But yeah, I mean, this is what I've been working on.
This home is priced at
I'm still honing everything in.
Feel free to contact me for more information.
And it's not perfect, but I mean, this is what software is about. It's about a lot of troubleshooting, trial and error, figuring out why things are broken, and I'm gonna probably figure out what this thing's doing here too. But this is it doesn't happen immediately either. This thing takes time to process, but typically I feel that it takes about 5 minutes to make a video, and it's the goal. I think for me is that once the video is made, it'll then automatically post to my socials as to where I want it to go. So what else is there? What else have I developed here in the last couple of days? I've been working on these skip tracing workflows, and I can't get any of them to work. Well, they work, but the APIs don't work. So I'm trying to be able to skip trace addresses by just talking to my app, like, hey, what's the address, or who's the property owner of 123 North Main Street, York, PA 17402, and then I want the system to skip trace it and then add the contact to my CRM right away. That's sort of like the baseline stuff. But one thing I'm also realizing as I do more of this is that, I mean, it actually has a lot of there's a lot of potential here, but it's a lot of work. I mean, you could either do it yourself like I'm trying to do, or just hire somebody. But I think for someone like me, I'm going to do it myself because I can, and I have the skills to do it and the technical knowledge to do it. But you're not really gonna know all the true capability of this stuff unless you try to learn it yourself. I feel like if you're just depending on someone that you hire to do it, maybe you're gonna be missing out on stuff unless they're niched in. So if you're interested in getting into this kind of stuff, or just want to learn more about it, and you're a realtor, let me know. Connect with me. But anyways, guys, I want to go. Let me just pause this here. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I've been talking way too long. This video is pushing 15 minutes, but this is the latest update from what I've been doing. I want to make a few smaller videos soon, more honed in on this stuff. I want to make a video about my GoHighLevel stuff too, but maybe show you guys my tech stack soon. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you guys are real estate agents, definitely follow me, because I'm really trying to weed out the nonsense with this, and I think we're onto something here. But anyways, have a great day.